Alright, Snowmagedon. Let's go plow some snow with the four-wheeler. Alright, let's see if the old girl wants to start. Like clockwork. Alright, thought I'd take you guys for a little ride this morning on the old Yamaha Kodiak. Do a little snow plowing during Snowmageddon. Gonna move a little snow. Oh, she's cold. Alright, take two. Gotta let her warm up a little bit here. I hope you guys are watching this and wondering where my driveway is, because I don't really know either. We're slowly finding it though. Yeah, we're making some windrows today. Whew. Nobody's on the roads. Kind of weird. You may be happy to know church was canceled this morning. Probably a good idea for everybody's safety. I'm sure many of you are going to note, Tim, you have a plow truck. Why are you on a four-wheeler? Well, honestly, it's more fun. Plow truck, yeah, it's warmer, not going to lie. Inside a cab. But let me tell you, you can do a cleaner job with a four-wheeler than a truck, because you can see your edges. So we're gonna spin the blade here. Actually, I think we're gonna go straight. There it is. back drag to the garage. But I will say it doesn't back drag. It's nice, the big heavy plow like on the truck. I don't know if my gloves are keeping me from pressing the button well or what, but additionally to it being this much snow, it is very cold. So, see, this can't be as precise in a pickup truck. Wasn't going to go out in the truck today, but I think we're going to. Ultimately, we're going to go help out some friends and family. Alright, so then what we're going to do, turn the blade again. We're going to turn it this way. Yeah. There it goes, yeah. No, on the next notch. I think that is the last notch. Oh yeah, it's okay. Now what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to swipe it away. From the house. Now that we got the bulk of it. Oop, caught the lip. Yeah, I think that's the trick today. We're going to be moving a lot of snow, so. Oh, yeah, she's scraping good. There goes the big plows. Live out here in the township, so sometimes we wonder when they're gonna get to us. We're on the edge of the city, and it's just kind of the beginning part of the township, so you just never know. That's why we all kind of take care of ourselves out here. And you can hardly see where I already plowed. Just gonna keep pushing away from the house. It's kind of the trick. If you guys are plowing on a four-wheeler or a side-by-side, make sure you're always in low. It's just so much better for your transmission. Not that this is a plowing tutorial, but less of a how-to and how I am more. I've plowed on a couple different pieces of equipment over the years. Yeah, if you're out plowing commercially in parking lots and stuff, obviously being in a truck is ideal. But for personal, like long driveways like we have, four-wheeler side-by-side, it's, in my opinion, the best. You can be more precise. Like, I got grass right over there, and if I had the truck and I didn't see the edge, that truck with that plow on it, it'll just peel up the sod like it's nothing. You'll barely feel it, and so you won't even know how much damage you're really doing until you already did it. And you'll just see grass go flying. So, which is why I bought a second blade for that truck. I didn't want, when I did residentials, the other plow's 9.5 foot wide, this one's 8.5. So it gave me a little bit of a cushion, if you will, for trying not to take out people's grass when I did their driveways. So I think this button was just cold. It's working every time now. Some people always ask why people get so worried and don't just say, well, I'm not going anywhere, I don't need to plow today. But some people know I work in an emergency department. It's more of if you have an emergency, you need to leave, or an ambulance needs to get to you, they gotta be able to get to you. And so that's why I'm gonna go make sure my mom, family members and stuff can get out of their places if they need to, is if they had a medical emergency or something, you know. Just want to make sure an ambulance could get to them or they could get to the hospital. So we're definitely moving some snow today, guys. Maybe I spoke too soon, maybe that. Button's getting a little sticky again. Right on the edge of my asphalt grindings here, and so I'm trying not to tear those up. pass over here. Wrong way. Don't hit vehicles, especially your wife's Jeep. We're just gonna shove the rest of this right here because what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to push all of it out to the road and then off to the sides, flare it on the apron so that as it melts, it's away from the driveway. That's the goal. So I try to, nobody lives across the street. I know some people say you shouldn't do it, but I have a neighbor across the street now, so it's not an option for me. But you used to just take it, shove it right across and over the ditch wall, and it's kind of the magic trick to keeping most of the snow off your driveway. Plus, then you kind of scrape the road for the plows. I mean, at least, 6-8 feet worth. But, so then we're just gonna go all the way to the end. Clean up the apron here in a minute. There comes the snow plow, so let's not make his life harder by being in the way. He's going to shove some of that back in the driveway, but that's okay. So here he goes. So thank you, sir. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I appreciate it. But you just got to get out here on these roads. So, and again, same thing. You got to think about people having a medical emergency or something, needing to be, in the hospital or something. You don't want them to be able to, them to be stuck. And we're actually going to do full reverse here. So I want to build a windrow up on the one side. I've never put in drift fences, to keep the snow from piling on my driveway. So if I get this much snow, the whole goal is to just build a windrow up one side or both sides. Kind of acts like a little bit of a drift fence. Probably dumps most of the snow, but on the driveway. But at least I know where the edges are. I feel like Mater from Cars trying to go backwards quickly. Let's clean up this edge over here. Push to the end, and then we're gonna just pull the snow back out. Oh, come on. What a noob. I got a neighbor who has some medical stuff that go on. He's got some kids that live with him, but I'm sure I'll probably sneak over there at one point and do the long stretch for him. Same idea. If you got a medical emergency, you want to be able to get to the hospital if need be. All we're gonna do some straight pushes, I think. Come on. I guess we could keep it that angle and go the other direction. Just gotta be mindful of people on the road. You can kind of see the road now, which is nice. We're gonna do some apron pushes here. So this is when we're out here trying to get the snow off to the side, the wings, if you will, of the driveway. Come on. I try to push it a little extra far just to keep it from, if I gotta push more later, I'm not pushing the same snow again, or especially after it sits for a little bit, it gets hard. And then you're trying to push a pile of ice. So I'm gonna just go a little bit more here. We're gonna go the other direction. This is the part that sometimes is the most chaotic when you're in a truck. Is your oh, come on, switch. There it goes. There it is. When you're plowing with a truck, you gotta drive out on the road multiple times, and especially if there's traffic, people get spicy, and it takes more pushes with the quad, but in my opinion, it's cleaner. It's stuck. Alright. We're going to call that good for now. We're going to be back out again in a little bit, but we at least have some edges where the driveway is. Well, thanks for coming with me, guys, for the first push of what we're calling Snowmagedon here. We're gonna maybe go over and help the neighbors here in just a minute.